Okay, here we have a typical low charge unit. We've got a real high ambient. I'll tell you what the ambient is in a little bit. Target superheat's 15, we're at 50. Subcooled 1.6. And of course the head and suction pressure are lower than normal. Let's take a look at temperatures in the ductwork, supply and return. Okay, return temperature's coming back at 90. And supply is 79. 11.3 across the coil. We have very high CFM. It's a 2-ton and I've actually got 1480 CFM. Very hot. Let's see if I can charge this unit accurately without using any tools except my hand. Okay, I've blocked the gauge set off. I've got the refrigerant on a scale, but I'm not even going to be watching the scale. Okay, I'm going to be charging just using my hand on the suction line. Not using anything else. I'm not using weight. I'm not using pressure. I'm not using superheat and subcool. I'm actually using superheat because I'm testing superheat with my hand. Okay, I've completed the charge without looking at anything. Let's see how close I am. So here's the numbers I came up with. 9.9 superheat, difference across the coil 17.6. Understand I'm running a high CFM on this thing. Let's see what target superheat is. Okay. The superheat settled out at about 13.4. Seems to be going up a little bit here. Target superheat was 15.5. I've got 12.2 on my subcool. I'm going to leave that to settle a little bit longer. Okay, I've kind of let this settle down. It's still varying around, going down to 11.5, and then it goes up to about 13. See how far down it's going to go. I do usually find that on these critically charged machines, they do tend to surge somewhat. I don't know why, but they tend to go up and down a little bit. So we're about 10.5, and looks like we're going to go up. Looks like we're leveling out about 11.5, something like that. Okay. Am I too low on the superheat? Target superheat's 15.5. I'm running, 10, varies up to 11. Let's see if I remove some refrigerant, how much refrigerant it's going to take to get it to target superheat. Okay, note I'm showing 0 on the scale. And I'm going to take out enough refrigerant to get us up to that 15.5 or close to it. See, I've taken 1 ounce out. We'll watch our superheat. Okay, for the last time, I have taken that ounce back out, and our target superheat's running the money. So I was 1 ounce off using my hand. Do I recommend you use your hand to do this? I absolutely do. Do I recommend you use only your hand? No, I never use my hand only. I always check it with other things. And you can't do it at all if you don't know your airflow's high enough, if you don't know your coils aren't plugged, things like that, your fan's not dirty. Those things all have to be there, or this is just an exercise of utility. These critically charged machines are just that, critically charged. And so I sometimes will use my hand, and most of the time I'm pretty close. I actually would have left this with that extra ounce in there, simply because that extra ounce is not going to kill my compressor. In fact, it may save my compressor. I kind of like a little lower superheat than these things oftentimes ask for on the target superheat. I don't think it's the best way. Anyway, that's what I did. Now this is a high ambient, high airflow unit. I'll do it with lower airflow too, and we'll see if there's any difference. One last check. Temperature split across the coil is 17.6. Ambient return 93.3 and 75.7 is the supply. Hope this thing makes some sense.